All right, so it's Sunday in Los Angeles, and today we decided to do something we honestly don't do enough. Slow down a little and explore the city by subway. Where are we today?
Hello.
We're
Right now we're
at
at Universal City.
Metrolink Station on the way to downtown.
Yes, we're turning in our keys. Turning in our keys.
We're gonna go from here to Wilshire, Vermont, and then take the D line to Wilshire, La Brea, Fairfax, and Wilshire La Cienega. Fairfax is where the Oscar Museum is. And this is the newest one. You know the corner of Cedar? You know my office at Cedars?
Yeah.
That corner, they now opened it.
Oh, cool.
May 8th. Look.
Nice.
There's something oddly exciting about descending into the city through the subway system. We started our day at the Universal City Station, stepping off the busy streets of Hollywood tourism and into the massive escalators leading down to the Beeline. And honestly, it feels like you're entering another world. The deeper you go, the quieter it gets for a second, until you hear the sounds of trains rushing through the tunnels and announcements echoing across the platform. Around us were tourists heading into Hollywood, workers commuting across LA, and people just living their everyday lives. There's this raw energy about the metro that makes you feel connected to the heartbeat of the city. And standing there, waiting for the train, watching it arrive through the tunnel lights, it really felt like the beginning of an urban adventure through Los Angeles.
Got a tap card.
Show the tap card.
We are ready. Tap, tap, tap.
There we go. You're ready to go. You go in first. As we made our way down to the lower level platforms of the Beeline, the atmosphere completely changed. The city noise from above disappeared, replaced by the hum of the underground tunnels, the breeze rushing through the station, and the distant sounds of trains moving beneath Los Angeles. The platform itself felt almost cinematic, dim lights reflecting off the tracks, people quietly waiting, some glued to their phones, others just watching the tunnels ahead. And then suddenly you see it. That small light in the distance, the sound grows louder, the wind starts pushing through the station, and within seconds, the beeline comes rushing toward the platform. There's something exciting about that moment, like the adventure is officially beginning. In a city known for cars and traffic, taking the metro underneath LA felt like experiencing a completely different side of Los Angeles. Just sat here. And as you can see here, we continued descending even further, deeper into the station, following the signs toward the D line. The air shifts again, and you can feel that quiet anticipation as we head down to board our next train.
Hello, 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 guys. We are waiting for our next train.
Yes, which is going to take us to Wilshire and Fairfax, where the Academy of Motion Arts and Sciences Museum is. We pulled into Wilshire Fairfax Station, and just like that, the ride was over, less than 30 minutes underground. But it honestly felt like we moved through layers of the city we never usually see. As we stepped off the train, there was this pause, almost like your body has to reorient itself. Then we started ascending, escalator after escalator rising from the lower platforms up toward the surface, and you can feel the city slowly returning around you. And when we finally broke through the daylight, it was surreal. The noise of traffic, the brightness of palm trees, all of it just drops back like nothing happened. It's really cool, huh? So what do you think so far of the experience?
So far, so good. I got here at like 7 stops, which probably took like 15 minutes. And
Yeah. I think overall about 25 minutes
yeah.
from when we first started to board the train until now. So cool.
This is
I love. But it's a brand new station, so everything is new, you know.
amazing. You can see the Peterson Automotive Museum over there. And that's a museum. This is pretty awesome. We're tourists in our own city. Remember when we used to have Christmas parties over here? Those were the days.
We come up from the station and immediately across the street, stepping back into that familiar LA rhythm, cars, sunlight, people moving in every direction. It's almost hard to believe we were just deep underground minutes ago. And right in front of us is a museum, the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. It feels a little surreal standing here after that subway ride, like we traveled through two completely different versions of the city in under an hour. There's this quiet anticipation now. What are we about to see inside? What stories are waiting behind those walls? After moving through tunnels and platforms and escalators, it feels like we're about to step into something even more cinematic. LA storytelling at its core. We pause for a second, take it in, and then head toward the entrance, ready for whatever comes next.
Come on in. Hello. Thank you. Where are the tickets? To the desk. Thank you.
We step inside and immediately everything opens up. This massive airy space, it feels almost like a cathedral for film. Right there, gleaming under the lights, are the Academy Award statues. Seeing them in person hits differently. They're smaller than you expect, but somehow more powerful up close. You look up and catch these glimpses of the 5 floors above us, layered like a vertical timeline of cinema. It pulls your eyes upward constantly, like the building itself is telling you to explore. Around us are exhibits on everything from casting decisions that shaped iconic films to the evolution of sound design, score, editing, the invisible art that makes movies feel alive. And in the background, short films are playing, pulling you into different corners of storytelling. It's immersive in a way that makes you forget you're in a museum at all.
Good enough.
We move deeper into the museum and suddenly we're surrounded by set design replicas, pieces that feel like they were lifted straight out of film worlds. You can see the attention to detail in every wall texture, every prop, every carefully built corner meant to make you believe in something imagined. Alongside them are these incredible illustrations and concept sketches, early visions of movies before they ever became real. It's wild to think that a simple drawing can eventually become something you recognize on the big screen. And then we enter the gallery of Academy Awards trophies, rows of them, each one tied to a moment, a performance, a story that has left its mark. Standing there, it feels less like gold statues and more like snapshots of decades of creative ambition. It all comes together in this quiet, almost reverent space, like cinema history laid out right in front of you.
Rooney, Miles, Jamie, Omar, Lily, Jack, Haley. These are so beautiful. These people are so beautiful, and I'm honored to be there. Thank you. Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Science, fellow members of the motion picture industry, and honored guests. This is one of the happiest moments of my life. And I want to thank each one of you who had a part in selecting me for one of the awards. For your kindness, it has made me feel very, very humble. And I shall always hold it as a beacon for anything that I may be able to do in the future. I sincerely hope I shall always be a credit to my race and to the motion picture industry. My heart is too full to tell you just how I feel. And may I say thank you.
Dinner is easily appropriate, but you will putting in 8.5.
I am particularly happy to receive this. Arrivederci, buona fortuna.
Say hi. It is. This. Dream Girls. A Moulin Rouge.
Music tells a story in a way you don't have a choreography. So Helena, her clothes always tell a story.
We walk into the rotating exhibitions, and it's like stepping into a living archive of cinema history. The space is dedicated to classic and monumental films, ones that shaped entire generations of storytelling. What's fascinating is that these exhibits don't stay the same for long. Every few months, they're completely replaced, so there's always something new to discover, something different being celebrated. Right now, we're surrounded by iconic costumes, props, and behind-the-scenes pieces that pull you right back into those unforgettable movie moments. You start recognizing scenes you've seen 100 times, but now they're right here in front of you, real, tangible, preserved. There's this sense that film isn't just entertainment here, it's history that keeps evolving. What is this?
Did we see Beauty? I don't see the right either.
No.
Why?
And of course, we just had to take a break. There's an amazing restaurant inside called Fanny's, and you won't be disappointed. Back at the exhibits, we marveled at these monumental scenes from Beauty and the Beast.
perfectly pure and 90-degree angles and square, and there isn't a 90-degree angle in it.
We turn a corner and suddenly the space shifts again. Hollywood exhibits all around us, but the main attraction is this intense wall of blinding lights. Almost disorients you at first and stepping into a real movie set under full production. The brightness, the teleprompters, the energy, it all feels intentionally overwhelming, and it's recreating the feeling of being in the middle of a Hollywood shoot. For a moment, you just stand there taking it in, surrounded by light, motion, and pure cinematic spectacle. These cameras are like old-fashioned, huh? Oh, look, it moves. We take the elevator up and step out onto the upper outer deck of the Academy Museum, and suddenly everything opens up. The energy inside the museum is immersive and controlled, but out here it flips completely. You're outside in the open air with Los Angeles stretching out in every direction. The city feels layered: streets, rooftops, palm trees, and that endless LA haze sitting on the horizon. There's this calm contrast up here. After moving through exhibits, lights, and enclosed cinematic spaces, the silence of the deck feels almost grounding. You can hear faint city sounds below, but mostly it's just wind and conversation drifting across the space. You walk toward the edge and catch these unexpected views. Wilshire Boulevard cutting through the city, the distant skyline, and people below moving like tiny scenes in a film you're now watching from above. And it hits you. This museum isn't just about looking back at movies. It's about perspective. You've just walked through the history of cinema, and now you're literally standing above the city where so many of those stories were born. There's a moment where you just pause, no rush, no narration in your head, just presence. The sun hits the edges of the building, everything feels a little slower, a little softer, and then, almost reluctantly, you start to move again, because LA doesn't really stop, and neither does the story you're in the middle of telling.
This is Chris Burden Urban Life.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more.